Good morning. Happy Tuesday. I'm Colette Linden.
And I'm Danny Dupuy. Welcome to the special report.
Hey, Danny. Today's April 7th.
And you know what that means?
I do. Do they know?
I don't think they know.
Tell them.
Do you guys know what it is? It's Mike's birthday!
Happy birthday, producer Mike.
Happy birthday, Mike.
If April 7th is your birthday, you make life appealing. You yearn to do new things.
Ooh,
so,
I like that.
Way to go, Mike. Happy birthday. And ignore my right eye. It's watering like crazy. Doesn't look too pretty today.
Do we need an eye patch?
I think so. If I'm like this, go with it. We're good. What else do we have?
In community updates right now, we got some awesome stuff going on. We have Construction Equipment Co. They just donated gloves over to the Sioux Area Hospital. So
that's awesome.
A lot of that is going on too. And the Ontario Finnish Rest Home just got another donation from the
That's
Purolator
what you brought
as
up
well.
yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, Chris, what kind of COVID-19 updates do you have for us today?
Good morning, Sault Ste. Marie. Yes, we now have a 9th case confirmed in Algoma District of someone who's COVID-19 positive. We know where this person is because the city of Elliott Lake and their health teams there tell us when there's people in Elliott Lake. This makes the 3rd case in Elliott Lake. I'll have more information on that as well as a couple other stories connected with the COVID-19 in a few moments. I'll see you tonight at 7 p.m. for a more in-depth show. Back to the desk.
Thanks, Ron. If you saw the show yesterday, Mr. Ron Burgundy is keeping it classy.
Drink Starbucks too.
Yeah, and drink
That's
Starbucks
the coffee of
because
choice.
that's keeping it classy. Okay,
It was very hard to do back in the 70s since Starbucks wasn't around.
Okay, way to bring that one out. Nobody caught on. A couple of things. Premier Ford will be speaking today with the Minister of Finance and Minister of Education today, and Minister of Health. Not Education, never mind. Minister of Education, he will not be there. Also, today is the pink moon. I've been wanting to talk about this for how long?
Probably a week.
Yeah, we just keep. Our wonderful producer Mike is like, okay, go to a commercial. Okay, I'm like, I didn't get to talk about my pink moon. Anyway, it's time to get your binoculars out. Okay, it's the biggest full moon of April.
Oh, really?
And they call it a pink moon because it's
Pink.
pink. So
I honestly thought it was this morning, to be honest. I was pulling into work and I could still see the moon and I was like, oh, I wonder if that's what Colette was talking
Okay, so
about.
that's a good important point. So apparently, actually, I think I lied to you. I think it's April 8th is the biggest moon, but anyways, which would be tomorrow. So, but the days before and after are there you go. Look how beautiful that is.
Yes.
The days before and
so
after
funny.
where it's we can see it better actually as opposed to on the date that
See,
it's supposed to be the official pink moon. Yay, we got to talk about it.
I should know a little bit about this. I did study astronomy for
You
2
did?
semesters.
Come
Went
on,
right
Danny
over
D.
my head. All I know is the supernova. I don't even know what that is, but it's
Yeah.
fun to say.
That's
Clearly,
great.
we're having a morning today.
Well, yeah, I'm surprised I'm not doing this. Other thing to note, winter parking is in effect till April 30th, so don't park on the street. Or you'll
And
get
they're
in
going to be
trouble.
cleaning the street soon
They
too.
have
The
been.
Sanders, yes.
They have been. I saw them last night. I turned a corner. I'm like, was it raining in this part? Yeah, forget
it's supposed to rain today.
I
Weather
had a dud mood.
update.
Oh, there
It's
you go.
actually supposed to rain today. It's supposed to be a high of 6, and then tomorrow it's supposed to be sunny and cloudy with possibly looking at a high of 9. So there's a little
Sweet.
quick weather update.
Oh, you know what? Maybe we can check in what the weather might be like for Easter this weekend because we have a 3-day weekend. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. A couple other things. Okay, so movies are coming out and we're not getting to see them. So what's happening? Disney has pushed their movies to go on demand, and now other streams are
That's
doing that as
awesome.
well. You will pay a higher rental fee for it, but come on. We've got The Invisible Man, The Hunt, Emma, Frozen 2. Hello.
I completely forgot that they even were going to do that, to be honest. And
Yeah.
Frozen 2. Have you seen
Anna
it
and
yet?
Elsa live on. No, I have not seen it.
Wow, I'm the only person here that's actually seen
I've
Frozen
seen it.
2.
I've seen not Frozen 2.
I've seen Frozen 2. I
so-
definitely cried a
Give
little bit
me
in
a
it.
break. I've got a little guy and I haven't seen it.
I watch like 2 movies a year, and Frozen 2 was one of the 2 I've seen.
And the other one was,
Yeah, the
was
other one was
Anchorman.
Clearly.
Okay, well, what else you got to talk about today?
Ooh.
You had
Well,
some pets that you wanted to talk about.
yes. Speaking with some people working down at PetSmart yesterday, they're down to only 2 people working there. And don't worry, pet owners, you can still get all your favorite food, snacks, treats for your animals at Pet Value and PetSmart. What you can do is just call, give them the serial code of the item, and they'll pick it up for you. And they're offering curbside. When I spoke with someone from Pet Value, he kind of said, Right now, it looks like the store looks like a scene from Dexter because everything is just covered up and stuff.
How great is Dexter, though?
It's such
Not
a
to
good
cut off.
series.
If you haven't seen Dexter, take the time during this.
Make that one of your shows.
Yes,
it is so
this is a
good.
quarantine must. You must watch Dexter. But we're going to switch from Dexter to the mayor of the city of Sault Ste. Marie. The other day, the mayor sat down with us, which was, we really appreciate that. So today we want to continue that interview with him and talk a little bit about our seniors and the community and the kids. My little guy was wondering if he's get to play soccer this year. So I asked the mayor, hey, what's going on? What's the outlook for the soccer? So hashtag in this together SSM. We're going to take a look at the questions with the mayor.
Soo Online and On TV have teamed up with Sault Ste. Marie's Chamber of Commerce to help our local businesses affected by COVID-19. On the special report that we air at 8 a.m. and 1 p.m. daily, we highlight local businesses and how they're keeping together to keep the community together. For today's hashtag In This Together SSM, we are privileged to have our Mayor, Christian Provenzano, join us. Hello, Mayor. How are you today?
Well, thanks for giving me the opportunity to speak to everybody. Appreciate the opportunity.
Well, we appreciate you taking your time. We know you're busy. We know you've got lots on the go. But first off, let me ask you, we reported on our morning show or in our special report the other day about the social services and the city has teamed up to rent a building. I believe it was a senior center at one time to accommodate the homeless during this time. Can you tell us a little bit more about that? And first of all, and again, I'd like to recognize your efforts on that. I think that's a fantastic initiative.
Yeah. So listen, I thank you. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. But I really want to recognize the leadership of the DSAP, Mike Nadeau and his team at Social Services, his frontline staff at Social Services, and the leadership at Social Services for really focusing on what people in our community who have a greater need. What they need and how we can provide for them. Yeah. So they've had a real focus on food insecurity, and we're helping on some food insecurity issues. And they've had a focus on homelessness and how we can support people that aren't stably or properly homed right now. So the DSAB is going to be renting the Steelton Center. The Steelton Center is a building the city owns for $1. We approved that at our last council meeting. And they've already started work on retrofitting that building, and that building will be up and running shortly to provide additional shelter services in our community. And that's a really positive initiative.
Yes.
DSAB has also secured some rooms for people that are homeless and need to self-isolate, so they could help people that don't have a place to self-isolate, and we were happy to support its efforts to do that. So in a lot of the work that's going on, I am supportive of it and I am helping people, but it's a lot of other people doing a lot of heavy lifting, and I don't want to take credit for anybody else's really great work. And I want to recognize the people across the community, from Soo Area Hospitals, from Algoma Public Health, from the DSAP, who are doing this work. And I want to tell Sooites across the community, you have great leadership in this city and the agencies in this city that are really working hard for you, really working hard to keep you safe. I'm proud to be part of that and to be supporting them. And it's important that we all recognize what we can do to keep them safe. And we have all kinds of people in our community that are going to work every day at the grocery stores. Yeah. We have all kinds of people in our community that are going to work every day at the pharmacies. And we have our transit operators who are going to work every day to move people around the city that have appointments, that have to get to a doctor's appointment and whatnot. And it's important that we recognize the sacrifices that our frontline workers are making and our healthcare workers are making, and the people that work in our emergency department and right across our hospital. And what we can do for them to help them stay safe is we can stay home.
Great. And again, that's the exact reason, Mayor Provenzano, why we have this campaign, hashtag In This Together SSM. So yes, thank you to everybody who's putting their best foot forward. A couple more questions for you, Mayor, as I know you're busy. I am a mother of two children. One is 9, and he loves to play soccer. He asked me the other day, well, what does this mean, Mommy? Do I get to play soccer with my friends this summer? So I'm asking you, Mayor, what do you see for summer programs and how that's going to affect our children this summer in the Soo?
Yeah, there's a real issue there with timing. So if we don't come out of this sooner rather than later, there won't be summer programs. We won't have people congregating to play soccer or to play baseball. Okay. But if we work together and we follow the same set of rules and we all do what we're supposed to do, we might very well see those things this summer. But as it stands, we can't make a decision on that. Right now, it's actually legal to congregate in groups of more than 5. Well, so that's gonna You're not going to be able to have people to come to the parks to play soccer if that law is still in place. So what we have to do is we have to focus on the here and now. We have to focus on what we need to do to get out of this pandemic sooner rather than later, and quicker and better. And what we do is follow the same set of rules. And I've said those a few times, and I'll say them again, I'm sure, before this interview is over. So we have to make decisions on our summer programming. But what we need to do is we need to get through the current stage before we can make those decisions. Because as it currently stands, we couldn't have a bunch of kids get together to play soccer. We couldn't have kids get together to play baseball.
That's right. Yeah, it's just a concern. I mean, as a parent, you know, you're trying to keep your kids safe. They do ask a lot of questions. We do shelter them. They're not going out.
Well, thank you to the mayor again.
Yes.
Appreciate that.
Great interview,
Unfortunate
Colette.
news about. Oh, thank you very much. I really hate this FBI agent thing. I know I've got a kink in my hair that's coming out this way. I can see it in the corner over there, and it's driving me nuts. So one eye and one past. The right side's not working well today. Do you want to finish this up, Dan?
Yeah, I'll finish this up for you. So with that being said, we'll be right back after this commercial.
Recently, the Government of Ontario established a $100 million affordability fund to help Ontarians who don't qualify for low-income conservation programs ease the burden of their electricity bill. Whether you rent or own your home, as long as you pay your electric bill, you could qualify. There are 3 levels of support available. The first is a home energy kit with upgrades like smart power bars and LED light bulbs. The second includes Energy Star appliances that help keep things cool during the hot summer months. The third is for electrically heated homes so that your power bills don't break the bank during those long Canadian winters. Plus, all upgrades, including installation, are completely free of charge. Visit affordabilityfund.org or call 1-855-494-FUND to find out if you qualify.
Welcome back. I feel a little more composed. Thank you. Sorry about that. Well, we do have more COVID-19 updates. And unfortunately, there's been more cases. So we're going to throw over to Chris right now for his expertise and knowledge to update all of us. Over to you, Chris.
Thank you very much. So last night we did have another confirmed case of COVID-19 in Algoma District. This takes us to 9 cases in total. However, we also found out that this case is also in Elliott Lake, and it's their 3rd case. So there's now 3 cases in Elliott Lake that we know of that they've released to the public. Algoma Public Health hasn't confirmed that because they're not confirming locations. However, the family health team in Elliott Lake has issued a statement regarding it. It's another person that was on that flight coming back from London, UK. She's in her 40s. And she had close contact with someone who has it, plus international travel, and she's self-isolating. Now, one of the issues we have here in the Soo is we're right on the Michigan border, and Michigan has more cases of COVID-19 than all of Canada and has 3 times the death of all of Canada from COVID-19. So the Soo Area Hospital has about 15 nurses that work at Soo Area Hospital and on the Michigan side. The hospital has now said that you can only work on one side of the border and not both. Most of those 15 nurses are staying at the Soo Area Hospital. War Memorial has a very similar situation where they have about 20% of their RN staff is actually from the Canadian side. So now they have to actually pick which hospital they want to work at. They can't work at both until COVID-19 is over. And I'm going to send it back to the desk. See you at 7 tonight.
Thanks, Chris. Yeah, it's crazy how many people have drive across to have their job and how this is affecting them, right?
Oh, it's just nuts right now.
So we'll be back at 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock today. Not 2. We'll be done at 2. But again, the premier will be coming on, so we'll be throwing live to the premier, and we're going to talk a little bit about Easter and some online concerts. That I got to do an online concert on Friday. I thought it was great. So we'll see you today at 1 o'clock. Thanks for joining us.
See you at 1.
Have a great morning.